Hi everyone. Welcome back to SNITCH Talks, a project by Italian Quidditch Association. Today our special guest is Cristobal Roselló, and he is from Catalonia. So first of all, Cristobal, thank you very much to be here with us and share your experience with us. And I think that we can start with you. And can you introduce yourself and say something us about you and your story with Quidditch? So when did you start to play, and why, and what is your role in your team, please?
Okay, I started playing Quidditch since 2014, I think, or even less. But I started because I know Quidditch in a manga celebration. The Barcelona Eagles team had some Quidditch training, and then after that I started practicing Quidditch, and I advanced. I went in EQCs, I went in World Cups, playing for Catalonia. I also went in.
Okay, so you collected also.
And
okay.
yeah, I also did some Quidditch travels, and well, the last Quidditch tournament I played, I think, was QPL.
Ah, okay.
So it was the QPL, and during this year, it's sad that we couldn't have some QPL because I was the manager of one of the teams. So I always played as a seeker. That was my main position.
So you collect a lot of international experience, and this year your team, you choose the players for your team in the QPL, and we talked about your team, and you choose a lot of Italian players for the QPL, right?
Yeah, yeah, out and we have a lot of Italians, but I think the Italian Quidditch is really strong, and it really beats. So there are speed, you have some strong beatings, and you have some strong beaters in Italy, like Leonora Fontana or Michele Genovese. Sono brilliant beaters. And you also have a lot of good snitches in Italy. And a lot of good players. So I selected some Italian players because you have the cohesion of the team play. And I also, I choose some Paris Titans members and some other beaters to make a strong team. It's sad that we couldn't play because I wanted to win the QPL.
Okay, Cristo, it's nice to see you again. We already met some years ago.
Yeah, I remember you, Tommaso.
And also we met at the Florence Mundial too. I'm very glad to have seen you there. I want to ask you about your role, your secret player, you need secret player, about your style. Do you have a special style, a personal style of play? What about it?
Well, I think my personal style is difficult because all the people and all the snitches, when you talk about me, they say you are fucking strange because you didn't know what you're gonna do. And when I'm against a snitch, I didn't know what I'm gonna do. So it's a psychological war against the snitch, and maybe I'm stronger seeker, and I play aggressive. I play a lot of aggressive, but I play some random things. Maybe I jam, maybe I roll. So I'm really strange, and the strange, it's good because the snitch didn't know what I'm gonna do. So there are the seekers that always jam, and the seekers that always move arms or something like that. But for me, I'm a random player and a strange player because I do things that normally seekers didn't do. But that things are good because the snitch a lot of times it's impressed and they couldn't defend you.
Okay.
In Italy, we say the scheggia impazzita. Someone who doesn't do all the things in a common way.
Yeah, but it's nice that to see that in a seeker. It's different from the others.
And during your experience, there is a match that you remember for any motivation?
Yeah, I have some matches that I really love to remember. But one of my best match I always remember was against Southampton. When Southampton won they won, and it was in Italy too. That match was in Italy. It was in the 𝗦ጵ𝗁𝗀𝗀 Gallipoli. Yeah, it was a strong match because we lost before against NTNUI, and all the people said, yeah, Eagles cannot do anything. So the next one is Southampton, and they will go to lower bracket. Finally, we went to lower bracket too, but we could win against Southampton. I made the catch, and I played against Alex Carpenter, and it was really nice to play against Southampton because they started like that guys, those guys from Barcelona are small, and we are the English champions, and that is a motivation for me because how stronger is the other team, I think I play better.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And talking about the matches that you played in the past, there are any seekers or snitches that you afraid of, or I mean that you know that you have to play with a particular seeker or against a snitch that you are I can say that you are stressed or you
are pressured by them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's difficult to see that because, as I said before, how stronger is the seeker? I think I played before. I play better. But yeah, there are some names that makes me stress and also makes me to play better than them. There are some, for example, for me the best seeker in all the world always will be Ben. Ben from, I don't know if you know Ben from the Quirks. Ben, the English boy.
Okay.
And it's really, really good seeker. But there are a lot of good seekers in all Europe. So when I play against them, I'm afraid, but I also want to say to them, hey, I'm also a seeker too, and I want to beat them. But yeah, and the snitch as well. My kind of snitch, is the speedest one. So I have Tanguy, for example, for the Belgian snitch. Tanguy is a really good snitch. I love to play against them. We have also Nicole Stone, that are small, the little snitch from UK. And well, I'm afraid of one Italian snitch too. Lupo.
Lupo.
Lupo, sono la migliore snitch italiana. For me, the best Italian snitch because
that's right.
He's really strong. He's really tough, and I always have to play against them and try to tighten him. So I have to play a lot, and it's a hard play. So it's a psychological play. It's one of ours has to be there before. So we have to change a lot with Lupo. The seekers always have to change, have to play a lot and make Lupo, if it's possible, to run or tire him.
Okay, well, Andrea is a sort of
very
nightmare.
Strong.
Yeah, it's a sort of nightmare for a lot of seekers all around the world. So it was very hard. to play against him, but it was always a challenge because every time Seekers learn something against him. So it was a good challenge and a good training for everyone.
But you're right, it's really funny to play against Lupo also.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun because it's a really good snitch. It's a really good snitch, and you know that you will have a lot of fun and you will get tired playing against him.
Okay, Chris, I want to ask you something in particular about the technique. You know, maybe some technical advice from you, or I don't know, maybe some exercise that you'd like to share to someone who is listening. Also, you know, it could be interesting with all the new rules that involve the seeker and the snitch runner now.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that says that now the defensive seeker has that. There are a lot of people that say defensive seeking is dead now with the new rule book. But I think that that's not the way. I think defensive seeking is still going in this new rule book. There will be we will see a lot of defensive seeking too, I think, but not as before. Before we use it to see it just for don't catch the snitch and finish the game. Now I think that defensive seeking will be always here and there, but for the teams that are trying to win the game too. So even if I'm winning a game, 40 up, for example, the seekers now, I think the people who's winning will defend the snitch too. I think they will defend the snitch, and when the other seeker is beat, then he will attack. I think that it's good to see as a strategy now, because if the other team catches the snitch 60 up, there's the new how it's called, overtime. It's like the new overtime. So now I think nobody wants to play overtime.
Hey.
No.
Nobody
really.
The team who's winning,
it's true.
Winning didn't want to play overtime again, I think. So I think that we will see the seekers, the game, so the players that are in the winning team defending snitch, and I think it will be really nice. It's like you cannot catch the snitch when I'm here defending, and after that, when the other one is beaten, you attack the snitch and you catch it. So I think that would be a good tactic.
And about it, there will be for you some exercise that the seekers or the snitch runner could train, could do for training for these occasions.
Any suggestion?
Or I don't know, maybe some exercise that you would like to suggest to anyone who is hear us.
Well, all the people will say that they practice the jumps because more 80% of the catches in Europe and in the world, the snitch catches, 80%, for example, it's the snitch jumping. So you jump and you catch the snitch. But for me, as an exercise, I will say that better improve the arms. So if you are fast with the arms, for example, swimming and moving, you have a lot of ways that catch the snitch too, because not at the first time, because the first time the snitch is fresh at the first minutes and it's difficult. But if you do that when it's in the first handicap, for example, the first or the second handicap, that's an impressive thing, because the snitch, for example, always saw you jumping, and after that you change to that. And for me, I always have the catches swimming, doing the swim, and also doing the 1, 2, and with the other hand I cut the snitch, because when you do that with a lot of speed, the snitch normally turns, and when they turns, they give you the back, so you can catch it.
So you have to use both of
For example,
both arms.
I cannot do it because Lupus is stronger than me, but for a snitch that is like me, and a little snitch or a snitch that is less powerful than you, if you do that, but really fast and really strong, you do 1, 2, and catch.
Okay.
So when you do 1, 2, you swat the snitch arms.
Yeah, when the snitch passes you here, then you do 1, 2, but really fast. So you do. Okay. It's difficult to do it, but the
So
first
we
one
have
you do 1, and the other 1, and after that the snitch turns and you catch it with the left hand, for example.
Okay.
If you do with the right, or the same if you do with the left, you catch it with the right.
So you suggest to work and improve the agility and the fast the movement of the arms and the fast
of
the speedness. Yeah.
Yeah, the speedness, but also the psychological, because the seeker is I think it's one of the most important thing in a Quidditch. For not say the most important, because the snitch is the end of the game. Well, with the new rule book, no. But I think it's really, really important. And I know there are seekers that didn't do the catch, and after that, they have their mental the fight. So they say, I couldn't catch the snitch, and I'm the same, because I lost games. I know what is to lose a game with only for the in a swim.
Yeah.
And in really it's difficult. So you have to be with the mind really relaxed, and if you have to think that you are really good, and you can show to the world that you can do it. Even if you lost last time, you have to climb the mountain again. So I will say to all the seekers that please never retire from seeking. Try again and try again and try again, and finally you will have the reward.
Thank you, Cristobal.
Thank you.
Cristobal, there is a personal question that I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Before starting the game, do you have any tradition? I don't know, kiss your mom or listen 𝗶𝗵 𝗧𝗹𝗀, I don't know.
Well, my tradition before starting the game is talk inside me, and I practice this with my team, some snitching or something like that. And normally when I play against a strong team, my tradition is before starting the game, speak to the snitch and also speak to the seeker, but before the game, because for me it's like, yeah, I'm shooting you. You are now my enemy. But always I will play, saying to them that the win's the best. So I want to say to the other teams. So when I have to play against all the selections, all the teams, you will always tell me going to talk more or less to the other team, and saying to them, hey, you are the seeker, yeah? Okay, we play. We have some. Let's have fun.
Good luck.
We are in together.
Yeah, we're making friends. But if you always see a game of me, you will see that before. I always go to talk to the other seeker, and I will play against them or inform me. against who will be the seeker, and after that going to tell them, hey, I see you in the pitch.
Right, absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you, Cristobal.
Thank you.
Listen, Cristobal, before concluding the interview, I would like to show you a video of one of the last tournament in Italy, and I would like to show you SNITCH and the two Italian seekers that are playing, and I would like to analyze it with you and and Marco and Tommaso. Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing the video. Tommy, and the other one is Mike.
Yeah,
Mike,
exactly.
yes. I am the speaker. If you want to listen there.
Okay, I'm looking the video. So it is SNITCH, yeah.
Vediamo Elia che si muove in mezzo al campo, indisturbato, e eccolo Tommy che arriva, ma niente, lo manda via, e viene invitato Tommy, bravissimo,
Marco.
continua.
They are moving the arms, but I think rooms down. Okay. As I see, they are doing the arms movement, and they are trying to tire the SNITCH. I see. Now we're in the brooms down. But yeah, the tactic is good because the SNITCH, it's a SNITCH that it's not really strong. It's I think it's a speed is 1 more or less. But if they continue with that, the SNITCH will be tightened. Maybe I will try to tighten more the other, and maybe if I was the 𝗵𝗶𝗁𝗀, I was always defending the SNITCH when the other one.
The green team against the red team. Yeah, okay.
I will defend the SNITCH when the other one tries to go against them, and maybe put one beater on a SNITCH always. Always a beater near the SNITCH. But I show you that the tactic is good. They charge a lot.
Portato all'interno della zona
But I think I didn't show that game. I didn't show that game, but I think the blue team, maybe the blue team seeker has more practice or has some different skills. The other one goes more strong, but didn't change the tactic, I think.
Well, every seekers and every SNITCH is different from the others. So obviously the green seeker and the red seekers are different in their style of game, but because
really.
you have a different style of game than the others, so I think it's understandable.
Yeah. But for this kind of a SNITCH, I think you have to go really fast and with a lot of moving arms. If you move arms and you always tighten him, you will catch the SNITCH more, because the SNITCH, I think, it's not the strongest one. It's not Lupo, for example. Lupo is really stronger than that SNITCH.
Okay. Yeah. So Cristobal, thank you for your comments and notes for the SNITCH and for the seekers. No, that catch was good, I think. I think that was the last moment of the match.
Yeah. I saw it was good. And they won. Finally, the red team won. It's time for Bombardier. It's up for Bombardier because it's the moment that they caught the snitch, the red team, was when the other seeker was beaten.
Yeah.
According to the hoops, and that is the moment. It's typical for us that I had the chances to do that, and that time that I couldn't defend, I couldn't do anything because I'm returning as fast as I can. The other team catches. Yeah, the catch is really nice. The seeker, the red team seeker, has long arms, so he played as not jumping a lot because it's not like a jump, more or less, but he done the way of like a jump. It's like a jump catch, but with a jump.
Diving.
It's a dive, yeah. So they dive and and after that, well, I can say that it's one of the ways that they done. It's nice that they caught the snitch, but I think that this catch could be before a lot of before, making more changes and more speed as one changes with that snitch. Maybe if I was playing in my team, I will start with me as a seeker, trying to tire the snitch or something like that, but really strong. And when I saw that the snitch is a little bit tired, I will change to the other seeker, but stronger than me, just for press and cut the snitch. I think that they use his.
Okay.
I don't know the seekers that have Bombardier and the other team.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's difficult because I couldn't know. But if I was the one of the managers, I would try to done that to have, well, in all my teams, I always want to have more than 2 seekers. For me, it's important that one team has to have 3 seekers, for example. The team has to have 3 seekers because you can do fast changes with the seeking. And if you do fast changes with a snitch like that, he will be tired before the handicap, I think. And at the moment of the first handicap, the snitch will be dead, and it will be easy. And also I will try to defend because if you tire the snitch, for the other team it's easy too. So
absolutely at the second handicap, so at 33 minutes of game, the snitch in a swim situation is very stressed because you have to manage two offensive seeker, so it's in a high intensity situation, so you have to manage 2 offensive seeker and don't die for the fatigue.
It's really difficult, I know, because I also done snitching games. I'm a snitching ref, and I also played as a snitch. And I remember my first game as a snitch, and was really, really tough because it was against one of the biggest seekers in Italia. Now he's not playing. I don't know if you remember. 𝗦άρχ𝗶𝘁𝗰𝗵
Okay.
In Nazionale. Nazionale was one of the biggest seekers in Italy, I remember.
Alessandro, okay.
And the other team was the 𝗶𝘁𝗶𝘁𝗰 before Titans. With Adrienne, so it was the seeker of Titans. It was like Titans and also Alessandro, and the other team, and both teams were in swim, attacking a lot, and I was the snitch, and it was always jams, it was always diving against me, and I'm a snitch that the only thing I can do as a snitch is run. It's run a lot because I don't have strongest arms for keep that with that So for me, it was really stressed because you don't know when maybe one is attacking and the other one changes, and after that they caught the snitch, and I remember that I think the catch was before the first handicap because and I was really tired of that game. So I really enjoyed it as a snitch, but I also was it's really difficult because Alessandro always it was so fast. I remember that I played later against them, and that was my first tournament in BMT, in Barcelona Mustaches. And well, I remember that the snitch is a psychological game, and when you are the snitch, it's really easy and it's stressful.
Yeah, exactly.
If one of you, well, Tommaso, I remember Tommaso played against me with doing the snitch. I practiced with Tommaso snitching years ago.
I remember too.
Maybe Tommaso knows because I think Tommaso is a snitch too in Italy.
Yeah, exactly.
So he will know it a lot of that. He will know that it's really stress, and if a seeker catches in the first 10 seconds, you will be, I know that you will be like, oh, I couldn't do best, but never give up. Try again and try keeping snitching, because with the practice you become a really good snitch runner.
So thank you very much, Cristobal, because your suggestion and your advice, I think that they are very useful, because the scope of our department in the Italian Quidditch Association is to training I will try to training physical and psychologically the Italian snitches. So I thank you very much for your advice and your suggestion. And I think that we can end the interview. And do you have any special regard to say to people that are watching us?
I really want to regard to all the teams that make me grow as a seeker, because I'm an only seeker player. Now I'm trying to be a beater too. So I really want to thanks to all the teams in Catalonia and all the teams that I played against them. So in Spain, in Italy, and all the Quidditch community, because it's one of the best Quidditch it's one of the best communities of sports. I've been there, and I really love. Also, I want to say hello to all the teams in Italy, and I really hope that they will become stronger, and I want to play against them in new games. It's sad that the last time there was Catalonia, Spain, I wasn't there for playing against you, but I really want that the next ones, if it's in Spain, if it's in Catalonia or something like that, I really want to play against you and have some fun in the pitch and outside.
We are hoping so much.
Okay, Cristobal, thank you again, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. I hope at some international tournament or at the next QPL, I don't know, but I hope to see you soon. And everybody, thank you to spend your time with us too. And I hope that you enjoy this episode to Snitch Talks. And goodbye, and see you in the next episode with a new special guest. So thank you very much again, and bye.
Bye.
See ya.